Good afternoon, everyone, or good evening, at least an early good evening. Welcome to the Defender Soccer Complex, home of the Dordt University Defenders. Tonight we have GPAC Soccer, a men's-women's doubleheader, as Dordt returns home after being on the road for both games last week. Dordt taking on Briar, the regular season winding down. The men just have 4 conference games left, and they're right in the thick of the conference standings, trying to hold on and solidify a spot in the postseason. Top 8 teams make the postseason, and Dordt right now is tied with Doane for 6th place. Briar looms right behind them in the standings, and Doane, the team we're tied with, is Saturday's opponent. So a pivotal week for this Dordt University team, and head coach Eric Bordeaux. Briar, as I said, just a point in back. They're 1-3-1. They have those 4 points, as soccer standings are determined by points in the standings. Dordt University last week went 0-1-1. They tied Morningside, a scoreless tie, and then down at Hastings lost 2-1 to the Broncos in a match they trailed 2-0. Scored a second-half goal to make it 2-1, and it was interesting. It was a really competitive match, but defenders fell short by the final score of 2-1. Briar last week, they lost to Northwestern in a close one. Northwestern running away with the conference regular season title. They're unbeaten, and boy, if they play Morningside tonight, and if that goes the Red Raiders' favor, boy, I don't know if there's anybody that can catch them. They do have a hard week. Hastings coming to Orange City as well this week, but Northwestern with a couple of wins this week pretty much are your conference champion at 6-0. But Briar lost to Northwestern last week 3-2, and then on Saturday played a school by the name of Maharishi. Got nothing. I think they're from Iowa, and they tied 1-1 against Maharishi. Briar outshot Maharishi. That's fun to say. 22-3 and 8-2 in shots on goal. Alejandro Ilnan for Briar You'll hear his name often. He's the leading scorer. He scored during the 34th minute, but that was the Chargers' only goal. So that's what these two teams did last week, both trying to get a win and a big 3 points here this evening. We're going to pause as lineups will be introduced, and we'll come back with the opening kick and the start of tonight's conference matchup. You're watching Defender Soccer on the Dordt Media Network.
Hello, Dordt University sports fans. Hope you're enjoying the game, whether you're a family or friend of a team member or a fan of the university. These players and coaches have put in hours and hours of practice, and it shows. There's one more thing that every coach makes sure the team has for each game, and that's a game plan. And no matter the outcome of the game, there's tremendous value in growth in working together as a team to execute that game plan. What about you? Do you have a game plan for your financial life? Or are you so busy with everything else that life throws your way? October is Estate Planning Awareness Month. Did you know that over 60% of US adults do not have a will? And for the 40% who do, many of them are very outdated. But with many things regarding finance and law, it's difficult to know where to start, or what your options are, or how it fits with your entire financial game plan. But you don't have to do it alone. For over 40 years, the planning firm here in Sioux Center has been helping households build and execute their financial game plans on all the things more important than money. I'm Tom DeYoung, president of the planning firm. Check us out on the web or social media, or schedule a complimentary Discover meeting to see how a financial game plan might benefit you. We'll help you build your financial game plan on all the things in your life more important than finances, while being a good steward of the resources God has entrusted to your care. And check out our Money Concepts Radio podcast at moneyconceptsradio.com or on your favorite podcast app, where we dive into relevant financial planning topics to bring clarity to the often confusing, ever-changing rules of the game in the financial world. Enjoy the rest of the game, and remember to spend your most valuable resources, your time and your attention, on the things in life that matter more than money. And go Defenders!
This is Alex with Outdoor Elements. We've been the region's premier landscape company for over 15 years. With our own in-house landscape designer, we create extraordinary outdoor spaces where you will make memories with family and friends. We do all types of landscaping and we're the region's only certified pool professionals. We specialize in saltwater pools, which are easy to maintain and gentle on your skin. Check out our website at OutdoorElementsInc.com. We make your landscape as beautiful as your home. When you want the best, contact us at 712-476-5299 or email us at info@OutdoorElementsInc.com.
Today's broadcast brought to you by 712 Nutrition. Transform your health and wellness with 712 Nutrition. Stop in today for healthy, delicious protein shakes bundled with a supportive community. Start feeling your best today.
Find furniture, mattresses, flooring, paint, and window treatments at your local Furniture Mart. They are family-owned and located in downtown Sioux Center. German Farmers Mutual, protecting the farm and home since 1891. Northwest Iowa's local insurance partner. Online at GermanFarmers.com.
Today's broadcast brought to you by Ployne Publishing, quality printing from design to delivery.
The Greenhouse, located in Hall, Iowa, bringing you amazing coffee, energy drinks, breakfast, lunch, and so much more. A big city feel, only 10 minutes away from Sioux Center, with a second location opening soon in Sanborn.
Today's broadcast brought to you by Huber's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning of Orange City. Whether you're looking for repairs, replacement, or maintenance for your air conditioning or heating system, Huber's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning of Orange City will exceed your expectation.
Welcome back to the Defender Soccer Complex. Getting ready to start our men's matchup this afternoon, Briar Cliff and Dordt University. Briar Cliff under first-year head coach Luis De La Fuente. They are 1-3-1 in the leagues. They're sitting in 9th place in the conference standings, a point behind both Doane and Dordt. They are 4-6-2 overall. They are winless in their last 4 matches. Their only win in conference play was a pretty good win on the resume, a 2-0 win over Morningside. But since then, losses to Concordia, Midland, Northwestern, and a tie against Maharishi University from Iowa. Briar Cliff, the Chargers will run a 4-1-4-1 lineup. Let's start from the back. In goal is Xavier Illidain. He is a freshman from Spain. And their back 4, Hunter Jenkins, Axel Burke, Finlay Skilling, and Giuseppe Marks. Your midfield line is David Utsi Grindy, Alejandro Elon, I. Ottler, and Angelos Arapi. And up front is Leon Hesselbarth. For the defenders, under head coach Eric Bordeaux, assisted by David Lee, Seth Lewison, and Cole Hausch as we open with play. Briar Cliff with it. Maybe we'll hold off until, now it's a good time to do the starters. In goal, Shad Jagger. 4-3-3 lineup for the defenders, who are still a little bit banged up. They just cannot get healthy. The back 4, Anton Forst, Julian Jansen, Pedro Manij, and Nolan Carroll. Midfield, Enzo Lira da Paula, Levi Jagger, Pablo Martin Domingo. Up front, Joseba Zabala, Trygve Elkins, and Tyson Reitzma. The defenders, 1-3-2, tied with Doan for 7th place in the league, and they are 4-5-4 overall. By the numbers, Dordt they've scored 20 goals this season. That's an average of 1.6 goals per match. Defensively, they've been very good, 1.23 goals. That's 4th best in the GPAC. They still have given up only over 2 goals just once this whole season. As defensively, they've done a nice job this year. Their counterpart, Briar, they're 8th in the league in both goals scored and goals against. They're scoring 1.6 goals per game and giving up 1.8. The Chargers, led by 2-time All-Conference defender Alex Johnson. He'll be in that center mid. And also Finlay Skilling was an All-Conference player. Their leading scorer up front, he's wearing number 16, Alejandro Elon. He has 8 goals and 3 assists, 19 points, which is 3rd best in Great Plains Athletic Conference. Dordt balances the name of the game. They have had 19 different players who have a point this season. And 12 different players have scored a goal. They're led by Anton Forsch, Trygve Elkins, and Marco Alanen with 3 goals apiece. 2 goals for Stefan Skruis and 2 for Tyson Reitzma. And in terms of assists, 13 different players have at least 1 assist. Nobody has more than 2. Forsch has 2, and Lira DePaula has 2. That's enough of the pregame and some of the numbers and logistics. Let's get to the field. As you can tell, we're about 2 minutes in. The defenders have it in the box. There's a fallen player. Reitzma nearly had it at his feet. Can't control it. Reitzma will run it down. He'll take it to the corner. Cuts it back. Now sends it into the box. Coming out to get it is Illendane. And Briarcliff will punt it away. All time against Briarcliff. Pretty even in the rivalry. Dordt is 20-22 all time against the Chargers. Chargers entered the GPAC back in 2002. This is the 27th meeting since then. And in conference play, when these two teams have been in the GPAC, Dordt trails the rivalry 10-14-2. Last year, a 2-0 win for the defenders down in Sioux City. First win over Briarcliff since 2014, as Dordt has just won 8-1 in the last 10 matchups against this Chargers team. Trygve Elkins scored the first goal. Phil Appolt had the second goal, as Dordt got the clean sheet and got the 2-0 win last year in Sioux City. Like to get another one again here. Pivotal matchup for both of these teams. Briarcliff needs this one. They're trailing both Doan and Dordt in the standings by just 1 point. If they would get the win and the big 3 points, all of a sudden they're in the lead. Defenders trying to control it. DePaula is knocked to the ground, and they will call a foul, and it will be a free kick for the defenders. Coach Eric Bordeaux, in his 3rd season as Dordt's coach, spent 4 years as an assistant. He was also a player for 3 years. This is his 10th year involved with the Defenders soccer program. One of his assistants, David Lee, also played for the Defenders. Cole Hausch, Seth Lewison, I think Seth did too. Seth is the goalkeeper's coach. Hausch in his 3rd season as an assistant. Defenders get it to Reitzma. Reitzma will play it back to Carroll. Not only does Dordt have some players banged up, but they've changed their lineup. Like, for example, the guy that just kicked it, Julian Jansen, he's been part of the midfield for the first half of the season, but he's moved to the center back spot. He has done a great job for the defenders back there. Number 2, the freshman from Germany, Nolan Carroll, who's been banged up. He's still not 100%, but he's giving it a go. Number 11, the senior from Granville, Michigan. He has been an integral part of the midfield line, but he's playing the right back spot. You will not hear Henry Hoffler's name. He had a season-ending injury earlier this year. Also banged up and will not play is Marco Alanen. He was injured in the Hastings matchup on Saturday. Don't know his status long-term, but he is unavailable to play today, as is Jacob Narkis. Briarcliff looking to settle. Briarcliff, good tackle by Pedro Minaj, who is coming back from an injury. He's been out with an ankle for a while. Chargers with it. Puts it in the box, and it is going to go. Good effort to try to save it, and it'll be a defender throw deep in their defensive third. In terms of formation, Dordt runs a 4-3-3. Briar a 4-1-4-1. Sounds like an IRS form. No? Okay. I tried. Okay, thanks. Bordeaux is the 10th head coach in the 48-year history of Defender soccer. Forsch looking to center it, puts it in the box. No one home. Trying to run it down is Reitzma. Briar will clear. Forsch will look to attack out of his left back spot. He is a dangerous player. Good settle by Lyra de Paula. Tried to get it over to Pablo Domingo, and Briar will take control. Dordt will retreats back. This is Jansen with it. Jansen to Carroll, who plays it back to the freshman goalkeeper, Shad Jagger. The email address, matt.boss@dordt.edu. We'd love to hear where you're listening from. Give you a shout out if you want. Tell us where you're watching. Video production piece brought to you by the Dordt Media Network. Briar looking to attack. That's a nice ball there. Covering it is Jansen. It'll be offsides anyway, so wave it off. Taking a look at the soccer standings heading into today, and it's a busy Wednesday for GPAC soccer. We'll get to the matchups too. Northwestern in front, 6-0. They have those 18 points in league play. Midland and Dakota Wesleyan tied for second with 13. Both teams 4-1-1. Concordia at 4-2, just 1 point back with 12. Then a bit of a drop-off. Hastings is next with a 2-2-2 record and 8 points. Morningside 2-2-1 with 7. Then comes Doane and Dordt. Briar Mount Marty, and Waldorf are at the bottom of the league. Your schedule, as the defenders looking to attack here. Into the box it goes, and it gets through the keeper's hands. Elkins unable to get behind it and put it towards goal, and it'll be a goal kick. Just a women's contest. Hastings and College of St. Mary are scoreless in the second half. Morningside at Northwestern in a doubleheader. Concordia at Midland. Dakota Wesleyan at Waldorf. And Doane is at Mount Marty. So a couple of interesting matchups in terms of the standings and how the postseason may play out tonight. Especially keep an eye on the one in Orange City, which I think is a 5 o'clock start time. Here's Lyra de Paula. He'll take a touch. Gets it out to the left. There's Forsch. Forsch takes some touches. Nice pass ahead. Pablo Domingo going to goal. Good opportunity here. Puts it in front of the goal, and the keeper comes out. Shot by the defenders. Nope, goes over the goal. Good attack by the defenders. Pablo Domingo centered it. Good play by the goalie, Xavier Illendane. We got a Briar player shaken up, Finlay Skilling. Skilling, a senior from Bedford, England, shaken up. He's going to try to stay in. Clock stop, 35:43 left to go in the opening half. Also tonight is home defender volleyball. JV at 6, varsity at 7:30, taking on, Briar. Second match of the season between those two teams. Dordt beat Briar, I think, in 3 straight, if my memory, which is getting older by the day, is correct. But I think down in Sioux City, I think it was a 3-0 win. You're on pins and needles, waiting to see if I'm right, and I am. Oh, my goodness. Earlier this week, Monday and Tuesday to be exact, both golf teams competed down in Kansas City. I have to pull up the results, but that concluded the fall season for both golf teams. They will get back at it in the spring. The spring is when the conference meet is as well. You could argue that the spring season is more important than the fall season, but it is also worse weather-wise. Fall golf is where it's at. No wind to deal with. Temperatures are usually pretty good and it's dry. Spring, not so much, but that is when the postseason happens. Good ball by Jansen. Changes fields to the corner. Briarcliff looking to settle over there. That's Zabala for the defenders challenging. Goes over the end line. And it will be a goal kick coming for Briarcliff. 10 minutes into this one. Thank you for joining us live on the Dordt Media Network. Tonight's volleyball matchup from the DeWitt will also be on the Dordt Media Network. You can also hear it on the radio, Sioux County Radio, 106.9 KIHK. Mike Biker will have the call on that one. Briarcliff changing fields, and errant pass gets away from Hunter Jenkins, and Dordt will look to capitalize on the miscue by the Chargers. Here's Elkins back to the goal, getting pressure from behind. Elkins trying to create some space, does, and it's cleared out by Briarcliff. There is Jansen, though. Jansen up the sideline. Domingo gets it to DePaula. DePaula. Challenge at the midfield. Plays it back to Jagger. Jagger to the corner and offsides. Offsides is going to be the call. That was Anton Forsch, the left back, sneaking up there, and he will do that from time to time. He's a very good attacker for this defender team. No score. 33 minutes left to go in the opening half. Briarcliff. They'll touch it wide to Arapi. Alejandro Elon is their leading scorer. Number 16. He plays the center mid spot. There's a long pass. It's going to be run down by Utsi Grindy. Takes a touch, and the defenders will kick out of bounds. Good play by Minaj. Minaj just kicks it out of bounds. It'll be Briarcliff with the throw. Next break in the action will give you the most famous people from Sioux City, Iowa, a segment that I'm sure that our listeners can't wait. I know the people in the press box enjoy that segment. I got some good ones today. Briarcliff sending it over to the left-hand side. That's Arapi over his head. Nolan Carroll will throw it in for the defenders. Nolan Carroll will throw it down the sideline. Elkins heads it back to Reitzma. Reitzma playing the long ball. Out to get it is the Briarcliff goalkeeper, Xavier Illendane. Illendane will just play with his feet to his center back, Johnson. Johnson, a two-time all-conference player for this Charger team. He's battling at midfield with DePaula. Collision there. Good fight by Jagger. And Briarcliff will play it up. Briarcliff up to Johnson. Here's an opportunity for the Chargers. Jagger can't get it in time. It'll be a corner kick for Briarcliff. Number 21 looks to go over to take it. Giuseppe Marks will take it. So Marks will kick the corner for Briarcliff. First real good scoring opportunity for the Chargers. Dordt has had a couple early on. Stay tuned for the women's contest set to start at 7:15. Marks is going to take this with the left foot. An in-swinger going towards goal. Good ball by Marks, headed out by the defenders. Now Dordt will try to step out. Elkins providing pressure. Briarcliff touches it wide, and offsides is going to be the call. Offsides against Briarcliff. According to Wikipedia, everybody's favorite source, here are your two most famous people from the great town of Sioux City, Iowa. Fred Grandy, former U.S. Congressman for the state of Iowa, but also he was the character of Gopher on the TV show Love Boat. Got anything? No. Okay. Let's try again. Jerry Mathers. Got anything? Ever heard of the show Leave It to Beaver?
I've heard of it.
He was Beaver Cleaver. Jerry Mathers. Fred Grandy, Jerry Mathers. You're two of the more famous people from Sioux City.
That's pretty good, actually. We got Dash here, so we're going to score now.
Briarcliff looking to settle at midfield. Johnson trying to settle. He'll send it wide to Arapi. Good overlap run now by Marks. Marks' shot deflected by Jansen, and it's covered up by Jagger. And a goal kick coming for the freshman goalkeeper, Shad Jagger. No score. 29 minutes left to go in the opening half between Briarcliff and Dordt. Elkins battling up front. Wrightsma unable to settle. And Briarcliff will put it in the back. That's Burke. Burke with it at his feet. One of the two center backs along with Skilling. Skilling was shaken up earlier. Good to see him. Seems to be all right. Dordt with a takeaway at midfield, and now they're going to call a foul against the defenders. Jansen from his center back spot stepped past midfield. He's going to call for the foul. And it'll be Chargers with a free kick. No score in this one. Both of these teams pretty good defensively. Did not expect a high-scoring game. Forsch with an overlapping run. Forsch carrying it up the left-hand side. Forsch stops, turns. Now he'll slow up the attack. He'll play it back. Defenders will change the point of attack. Back to Jansen, the center back. He'll pop it up to the far side. Good touch by Forsch. And the linesman has his flag up. It'll be offsides. Didn't see it. Didn't see it. Quick restart for the Chargers in the back. Played by their goalie, Illendane. Briarcliff. Send it down the line. Taken away by Forsch. Forsch looking to turn. Forsch plays it wide to Domingo. Now to Jagger. Jagger to Jansen. Jansen. Good through ball to Lira DePaula. He's got someone in the corner. That's his Wrightsma. Wrightsma looking to turn the corner. Wrightsma kicks it off of Briarcliff, and a corner kick coming for the defenders. Corner kick coming. This is usually Anton Forsch taking it. Yep, he's walking over there. Anton Forsch will take it. 27 minutes left to go in the opening half. It's Defender Days this week, as activities will continue to ramp up toward the weekend, and Friday and Saturday will be big days on campus. Not just athletics, but all of campus. Probably a music concert, probably a theater production. Forsch plays it short. Gets the return pass. Briarcliff there to step it in. Domingo centers it into the box. Dordt unable to get the first contact. They still have it. There's a shot deflected by Briarcliff. Forsch runs it down. Forsch on the right side of the goal. There's Domingo. Unable to get a good foot on it. Forsch will try to run it down again. Forsch looking to center. Forsch turns. Being pressured by a couple of Charger players. Briarcliff now looking to try to get it clear, and they do. Well done by the Chargers. Nolan Carroll steps in front, kicks it over the end line, and a goal kick coming for Briarcliff. Friday night will be Midnight Madness, late night with the Defenders, I should say. It's not midnight anymore. It used to be, but it's just a late night, kind of an introduction to the Defender basketball teams, both the women and the men. It's a fun environment. Hockey also Friday night, I believe. University of Nebraska, I am told. Our swim team making history this weekend as well. First ever home meet for the Defender swim team. That'll be on Saturday morning. That'll get a busy Saturday started. 8:30 is the start time there. Throw coming up on the far side for Dordt. They'll throw it into the penalty area. Batted up in the air. Running it down is DePaula. DePaula. Briarcliff looking to clear. Unable to clear. Now it's put into the box. Right at the edge of the 18. Jansen with a shot deflected by Briarcliff. Dordt trying to settle. And it will be Nolan Carroll will just kick it out of bounds as Briarcliff really looking to counter here. Good job by Carroll just to stop it. Here come the Chargers. Briarcliff, dangerous spot here. Here's a shot deflected by Carroll, and Carroll gets it out of dodge. Here's Elkins. Elkins with it at his feet, taken away by Briarcliff. They'll play it up the line. Good one-time pass by Briarcliff right at midfield. That's Elon. He's the leading scorer, number 16. He just had a couple of touches, little 1-2 combination cleared out by the defenders. And Elkins gets it to Domingo. Taken away by Briarcliff once again. Good pressure by Reitzma. Chargers play it back to Alex Johnson. Johnson to the corner. Trying to run it down is Utsi Grindy. He's trying to turn. Dordt providing pressure. Good pressure by Forsch. Chargers still with control. That's Elon over there. Puts it into the box. Dordt unable to get the clear. And Briarcliff will play it back to their defense to reset. They'll touch it wide to Marks. Chargers into the box. Trying to settle, and it goes to the goalkeeper, Jagger, who comes up with it. 23 minutes left to go in the opening half. We're scoreless here. Football at home this weekend. Mount Marty is the opponent. Mount Marty, a team receiving votes. Defender football moved into the top 10 for the first time this season. Still unbeaten at 5-0. But a lot of football left to be played. They got Mount Marty, Midland at home the next 2 weeks. On the road at Hastings, home against Concordia. And they will close the year with a road game against 4th-ranked Morningside. So a lot of good teams. I think 3 of the 5 are either ranked or receiving votes. It might even be 4 of the 5. And a nice long ball to the defenders. Running it down over there is Zabala. Zabala with it on the left wing. Trying to beat his man and does. Zabala going to the corner of the goal. Shot, and it's deflected by the goalkeeper. And a corner kick coming. Zabala with a nice move. And we got 2 subs coming in for Dordt. Vincent Croney, freshman from Blue Springs, Missouri, coming in. He'll come in for Reitzma. Tate Hansen coming in for Enzo Lira DePaula. Hansen, a junior from Broomfield, Colorado. Corner kick for the defenders. Referee is going to slow this down. We were set to go. I think that is Martin Domingo over there taking this thing, number 26. And he will play it short. Back to Martin Domingo. Puts it into the box on the far post. Goes out of bounds, and a goal kick coming for Briarcliff. So a goal kick coming. Well, this is interesting. College of St. Mary women just beat Hastings 1-0. That is interesting. That helps out our women's team. It's a 4-way tie, I think, for second right now on the women's side. Good counterattack by Briarcliff. Kicked out of there by the defenders, who got to be solid in the back. Jagger tries to clear and does. And the defenders, here's Elkins with it. Elkins, Croney can take time and space. He's got some touches to go. Now he's going to be faced with a little opposition. Dordt slowing up the attack. Looking to get it over to Zabala. Croney plays it back to Forsch. Forsch. That's Martin Domingo battling for it. Martin Domingo to Forsch, and Dordt will regroup. They will play it back. Wow. Can't believe College of St. Mary just beat Hastings. That's something. Dordt looking to attack. They play it back to Jagger. Jagger, Crony. Crony chips it into the box. Goalkeeper comes out to get it. Illendane making the play. Not going to call it a save necessarily. No score between Dordt and Briar Cliff. Halfway through, just over halfway through this opening half. Each team has had a chance or two. I would say Dordt has a slight edge in time of possession, if that were a stat in soccer, but they've had it more on their side of the field, on their offensive side. 4 total shots for the defenders, both teams with 2 shots on frame. Good ball here. Great scoring opportunity, and it is. Defenders score it. That is Joseba Zabala with the goal. What a pass. Number 10 with the goal, Joseba Zabala. And the defenders take a 1-0 lead. That was a thing of beauty. Couldn't draw it up any bigger or better. Zabala, his first goal of the season. He is the 13th different Dordt player to score. Trigby Elkins with the assist. That's his first assist and 7th point. And Dordt with a 1-0 lead. 18:49 left to go.
Can you say that again? Sorry.
10, 7, and 11 went in. 17, 9, and 13 went out.
This is for Briar Cliff, right?
For Briar Cliff, right?
Gabriel Hernandez from Spain, Pablo Gonzalez from Venezuela, and David Soder from Germany all come in for Briar Cliff. I don't think we have any new players for the defenders. So Dordt takes a 1-0 lead. Zabala on the pass from Elkins. Forsch carries it up the left-hand side, centers it, and a good ball there by Forsch. Good effort by the defenders again. They got a foot on it, but it goes over the goal. Had to slide to get it. And a goal kick coming. Zabala providing good pressure on Briar Cliffs. Here's Crony. Crony takes it away. Crony at the edge of the 18. There's a shot and a save made by Briar Cliff. Illendane with the save. 17:30 left to go. Dordt with a 1-0 lead. 4 shots on goal, 7 total shots for the defenders, who have been very active offensively. Elkins plays it back to Carroll. Carroll, and the defenders will change the point of the attack. There's Manij. Manij with it, taken away by Briar Cliff. And now a foul against Manij, and he will trot back to his defensive spot. Free kick coming for Briar Cliff. They'll just do a quick restart rather than set things up. They'll play a long ball, and it goes over the end line. We've had a lot of rain over the last day or two. Sun's starting to come out. Things are drying up. Field looks in great shape as always. Outstanding facility here at the Defender Soccer Complex. Manij will take a touch up the left-hand side. Manij plays it wide to Forsch. Forsch up the line. Trying to run it down is Hansen. Briarcliff kicks it away. 16:30 left to go in the opening half. Dordt with a 1-0 lead. 1-0, I should say. Defenders, here's Elkins looking to settle. Elkins up the right-hand side. He has Carroll as an option and goes to Carroll. Carroll gives it to Jagger. Jagger takes some touches, creates some space, sends it wide to Forsch. Forsch Gives it to Zabala, who scored the goal. Tried to get it to Hansen. Dordt. Combination play. Elkins. He'll make the turn. Elkins to Crony. Little 1-2 combination. Briarcliff defends it well. They step in front of it, and Briarcliff will go the other way. Jansen unable to clear. Briarcliff, they'll take a touch. They're going to go to goal here. This is number 7, Sauter, taken away by the defenders. Good play by Dordt's defense. Jansen takes it away. Elkins settles. Crony with it at the edge of the 18. Sends it wide to Domingo. Domingo takes a touch. Shot with the right foot. And short ops the goalkeeper, and he makes the save. 15 minutes left to go. It's 1-0 in favor of the defenders. A couple of subs ready to come in for Dordt. See him across the way. Luke Cam, a junior from Eden Prairie, Minnesota, is one of the subs. The other one looks to be Nikhil Agaleu. He'll sub in along the back line. Cam will play part of the midfield line for the defenders. Just projecting, but from what I know of this men's soccer team. Just got an email from Isabel Pfeiffer tuning in. Thank you for your email, Isabel. She says, go Defenders. Always good to hear from Isabel, one of our Defender fans from abroad. Hope all things are going well for you, Isabel. And thanks for the email. Nolan Carroll up the sideline, taken away by Briarcliff. Finlay Skilling to midfield. Chargers now being patient with their attack. 2 defenders ready to come in during their next opportunity. A long ball by Briarcliff. Coming out to get it is the goalkeeper for Dordt, Jagger. Good to see the sun out to our right. Dordt going into the sun this first half. Dangerous ball there. Be solid. And Jansen is. Jansen sends it wide to Carroll, out of harm's way. Carroll now will take it up the sideline. Jagger settles. That's Levi Jagger, the older brother of our goalkeeper, Shad. Minaj tries to play a long ball. Briarcliff there to take it away. Forsch with it. Do have a Briarcliff player shaken up. Are we going to stop play? Number 11, Pablo Gonzalez. Long ball. Elkins unable to settle, and now we will have a stoppage of play. It'll be a goal kick. Checking on number 11 to see if he's all right. Gonzalez. And it looks like he is. Play is going to resume. 12:25 left to go in the opening half. Dordt with a 1-0 lead. A goal by Zabala, assisted by Elkins, 26th minute. Happened about 7 minutes ago. Pressure at the midfield line, taken away by Forsch. Good play by... And we got an offside call. Been a couple of those in this first half against the defenders. Quick restart for Briarcliff. Chargers will send it wide. That's Skilling. Skilling gets it to Alex Johnson. Taken away by the defenders. Domingo plays it up to Zabala. Zabala tries to chip it. Headed out by Briarcliff. Alex Johnson takes it away. Dordt will reset. They'll play it to the back. Minaj with the touch. Forsch now. Plays it back to Jagger. And Dordt will change the field. Here's Jansen. Those subs that I talk about, there's a third one added now. They've been standing there a while. Looks like Briarcliff wants to sub 1 too. Down to our final 11 minutes of this first half. Dordt's defense will send it over to the left-hand side. Good ball received by the defenders. Elkins will turn and go to goal. Elkins with it, making a run to the corners. Carroll. Rather, they'll go to Croney. Croney takes a touch, drops it off. Back to Domingo. Jagger plays it off of Briarcliff, and now we'll have those subs come in. Each team will sub. Briarcliff 1, Dordt 3. Agalea will come in for Forsch. Cam will come in. For, believe, going out is Zabala.
28, 20, and 12 went in. 19, 10, and 11 came out for Dordt.
Tomas Estrada
And 19 came out.
comes in as well. Estrada, a junior from Bogota, Colombia.
Who went out? I didn't hear. Was it 19?
Elkins centers it. Cam is there.
Who went out for
Briarcliff kicks it out. There's a shot by Agaleu, who would just reported in and goes over the goal. Under 10 minutes to go.
Was that 19?
19.
Chargers will bring it up
Sorry, I did that weird.
with some touches. That is
Thank you.
Manuel Paredes from Spain. He just checked into this Chargers lineup. Dordt, 5 subs are in. Briarcliff has sent in 4. There's a foul against the defenders. Tomas Estrada, the junior who just reported in, gets called for the foul, and a free kick coming for Briarcliff just past midfield.
He was screaming so hard.
Paredes with it for the Chargers. He'll take a couple of touches, gets to midfield, under 9 minutes to go in this first half. Dordt with a 1-0 lead. Croney to Hansen. Here comes Dordt. Domingo will take some touches at midfield. Domingo plays it up to Agaleu. Agaleu, Cam. And it's taken away by Briarcliff. Dakota Wesleyan leading Waldorf men in the first half, 2-1. Full slate of matches today. We're scoreless in Orange City between Morningside and Northwestern. Do have one women's final of note. College of St. Mary beat Hastings 1-0. 8 minutes left to go. 1-0 here. Dordt with the lead. First half goal by Joseba Zabala, assisted by Elkins. Briarcliff with it in the back. Dordt staying pretty compact. Briarcliff tried to get it to the corner, goes out of bounds. It'll be a throw for the defenders. Another email. Terry Boss tuning in from the metropolis of Orange City, Iowa. As often is the case, she's one of our faithful viewers. Hope all is well in the great town of OC. Briarcliff with it on the far right-hand side, looking to cross it in. Good step by Jagger. Briarcliff trying to organize. Taking a touch is Hernandez. Sends it to the corner. Marks. Back to Hernandez. Chargers getting organized now. Almost everybody on the field is in the back third for the defense, and Dordt gets it out of there. Here's Agaleu up the far side. He'll clear it up the line. And a throw coming up for Briarcliff. Briarcliff, pretty good organization on that series there. Unable to get a shot off, though, but making headway moving up the field. Chargers still with it. Hernandez takes a touch, coming to his left. Hernandez puts it into the box. Here comes the goalkeeper, thankfully. Nice play by Shad Jagger. It was contested. Making a run was Marks, but thankfully Jagger beat him to it. Pretty good scoring opportunity there for Briar Cliff. Good play by the freshman goalkeeper, Shad Jagger. Here's Hansen with it for the defenders. Hansen will take a touch. He'll go to goal. Hansen drops it off to Crony. Crony plays it wide to Elkins. Elkins, fancy footwork. He's looking across with his right foot. Plays it off of Briar Cliff, and a corner kick coming. Anton Forsch is out, so who's going to take it? It's going to be Agaleu, 28, will take this one. Agaleu will take it for the defenders.
21 went in for 9 for Dordt.
Substitution, Dylan McIntosh, senior from Longmont, Colorado, comes in for Elkins. Corner kick, and Dordt. First to contact it, it's headed out of bounds. Tomas Estrada, number 12, was the defender to contact it. At midfield and a foul against the defenders. 4 minutes left to go. JV volleyball set to start at 6 tonight against Briar Cliff. Varsity match at 7:30. Pre-game coverage around 7:15 on the Dordt Media Network. Also, if you want to listen to it on the radio, it's on 106.9 FM. Sioux County Radio. Mike Biker on the call for that one. Estrada puts it into the middle. Johnson takes a touch. Long ball, and it's going to go over the end line. And a goal kick coming. Dordt with a 1-0 lead. Morningside Northwestern still scoreless. 8 minutes left to go in their first half. A couple of teams that are in front of the defenders in the standings. Northwestern unbeaten in conference play. There's Estrada. Tried to get it up to Hansen. And now we are going to have a stoppage of play. This looks to be a card on number 26, Pablo Martin Domingo, with the foul that earned a card, says the official. Center referee Kyle Healy, got Gregory Anderson and Evan Shenneman as your linesmen. Briar Cliff will have a free kick. Taking it will be Gabriel Hernandez, right by the edge of the circle. Briar Cliff's offensive side of the circle. Dordt's getting organized in the back. Everyone's lining up at the 18. Hernandez puts it into the box, just over the head of Finlay Skilling. And a goal kick coming for the defenders with 2:55 left to go in this first half. First half, once it's over, we'll go over the scoring summary, give you some brief stats from the first half, a couple of scores, and then we'll take an extended break, a 15-minute halftime. Start prepping for our next contest, which is the women's matchup. Go get lineups and such. Briar Cliff touches the kick away by Shad Jagger out of bounds. Dordt will throw it in. This is Estrada. And I thought there was going to be a foul, but no foul. Briar Cliff will play it long. Good play by Jansen to get it out of there. Just 2 minutes left to go in the opening half. Just be solid in the back. Go into the halftime with a 1-0 lead. Briar Cliff playing with a little more fervor here, a little more energy. After that goal that Dordt scored, Briar Cliff has kind of controlled things a little bit, more than the defenders over the last minute. Final 90 seconds or so. Goes over the end line and a throw coming up for the defenders. In terms of men's soccer, it's been relatively a clean game. Not a lot of fouls. Hasn't been too chippy yet. Dordt looking to clear it out. Briarcliff settles. Gotta shore it up. There's a shot deflected by the defenders, thankfully. Boy, Dordt's got to get solid. Estrada looking to clear, and does. Briarcliff, here they come. Good first touch by the Chargers. That was Marks. Final 45 seconds. See if Briarcliff gets one more attack, and looks like they're setting up for it. Here's Hernandez. Into the box, cleared out by the defenders. Don't mess around, just get rid of it here. Estrada tries to. Briarcliff running it down. This is Johnson. Johnson, he'll try a shot. Deflected by Dordt, and now a clear. That probably will do it in this first half. Down to our final 15 seconds. I don't know if Briarcliff, and they're going to stop the clock with 12 seconds left to go, checking on the injured Briarcliff player. Referee said play on.
I know. Literally. I didn't even see him get hurt. I think he's fine though.
Number 16 for Briarcliff. It is their leading scorer, Alejandro Elan, who is on the field and shaken up. And he will, final 12 seconds, I think he'll stay in. And the referee will drop it, and here we go. We'll start play again. Ball in the box. Jansen looking to clear it out, and does. And Dordt will take a 1-0 lead into halftime. First half goal scored by the defenders. It was scored by Joseba Zabala, assisted by Trygve Elkins during the 26th minute. Taking a look at the numbers. Dordt, 9 shots, 5 on frame. Briarcliff, 4 total shots, all 4 on frame. 4 saves for Shad Jager. And 4 saves as well for Briarcliff keeper Xavier Illendane. 1-0 in favor of Dordt at the half. We'll take an extended break and we'll come back with the second half. You are watching Defender Soccer, Dordt Media Network.
Dordt is a place where students flourish.
What stands out about Dordt's mission is how they prepare us as students to face a world that is in need of the Word of God.
We are seeking to embody discipleship. What does it mean to faithfully follow Jesus?
When you add up all the Wi-Fi connected devices in your home these days, you'll be surprised at how many there are and how much bandwidth they're using. Do the math. It just may add up to needing faster Wi-Fi. Premier Communications has you covered with reliable internet speeds up to 1 gig. Keep everything connected with Premier Communications. Visit us online at mypremieronline.com or call at 1-800-741-8351. Premier Communications. Looking ahead.
Welcome to Sioux Center, Iowa. Life in the center of everything. Where we connect with friends, coworkers, family, and the great outdoors. Knowing that in Sioux Center, you're never far from making the next great memory. And we grow great companies that make cutting-edge breakthroughs to make life better here and around the world. And when it's time to play, we keep friendship, family, and a bright future at the center of everything.
Hey Defender Nation, my name is Darren Kaiser and I'm excited to serve as the new athletic director at Dordt University. Thank you for tuning into the Dordt Media Network and supporting Defender Athletics. As an athletic department, we are committed to the Defender way. This means we are committed to the Great Commission, developing servant leaders, the academic development of our student athletes, and the pursuit of championships. I'm eager to join with you in supporting our athletes this year. Thank you for watching Defender Athletics on the Dordt Media Network. Go Defenders!
Dordt's program is a little bit unique in that it's entirely online, but one of the unique pieces is that for every learning module in every single class, we have a synchronous class. Students get a chance to know each other, to interact with each other, to learn from each other. That opportunity is really valued by the students that are in the program. I enjoy that. I enjoy teaching those classes and getting to know those students, but also being able to bring in different people's experiences.
In the Dome, we have a space available for 2 full-size softball fields. However, this space is also utilized by the football, baseball, and soccer teams, as well as for other various athletic events. Another great thing about the American State Bank Sports Complex is that it's not just for Dordt athletes. It's for the entire community, whether that's high school soccer leagues, open turf time, or even a space for intramurals. Hope you stop by soon.
Today's broadcast brought to you by Cruz & Cruz, PC, certified public accountants, offices in Sioux Center and Lamar's. Helping you attain your financial goals is their commitment. Today's broadcast brought to you by Joyner & Zwart Dentistry, providing implants, dentures, and dental care for your whole family in a modern and friendly atmosphere. Today's broadcast brought to you by Ski-Bout Window & Door, your local window experts. Whether you're building or replacing, Ski-Bout Window & Door has the products, people, and knowledge to get the job done right. See Ski-Bout and see the difference. NewTek is your partner for success when purchasing equipment for construction, manufacturing, agriculture, and other industries. Don't miss the opportunity to transform your business and redefine your productivity standards with NewTek.
And today's live stream broadcast brought to you by Verhoof Automotive. Verhoof Automotive in Sioux Center is your local Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Chevrolet, and Buick dealer. Verhoof Automotive, worth the drive from anywhere.
How can I join Defender Forever? It's easy. Go to dordt.edu/forever and sign up. You'll not only stay connected with the Dordt community, but also support the future of Defender Nation. Start Forever now. Once you sign up, you will receive exclusive perks, brand new gear, event access, and the latest Dordt news. Be part of something special. Be part of Defender Forever.
Today's Dordt Media Network live stream broadcast is produced by the students of Dordt University.
And brought to you by Pizza Ranch, buffet, carry out, or delivery. Today's broadcast is sponsored by Northside Body Shop, When you expect the very best in the repair of your vehicle, call Northside Body Shop Limited today, serving the Sioux Center area since 1955. 712-722-2313.
Today's broadcast is brought to you by RA Rentals. Looking for top-notch rental equipment for the next project? Look no further than RA Rentals, located in Sioux Center, Spencer, Storm Lake, and Sioux Falls. RA Rentals, your regional equipment rental experts. Today's broadcast brought to you by Snyder Insurance and Financial Group of Sioux Center, offering life, health, Medicare supplements, annuities, and more. Trusted service and exceptional products with you in mind since 1973. Today's broadcast brought to you by 712 Realty, a team of realtors in Northwest Iowa with the drive, care, and results you need to buy or sell your home. Visit them online, 712realty.com, leading you home. This broadcast brought to you by the Ullman Funeral Homes. Chad Ullman, Lori Ewell, and Taylor Van Witchell, providing professional attention to every detail.
Nation, did you know that Dordt Athletics has over 700 student athletes that make up less than 50% of the student body? We want to invite you to join the Defender Gold Club and support those student athletes, our staff, and coaches this season. Your charitable donation helps advance Defender Athletics and the Defender Way. Last year, we were just shy of 900 members in the Defender Gold Club. Help us reach that 1,000-member mark this year. By becoming a member, you will directly support the student athletes and coaches here at Dordt University. Thanks for watching. Go Defenders.
Today's broadcast is brought to you by RA Rentals. Looking for top-notch rental equipment for the next project? Look no further than RA Rentals, located in Sioux Center, Spencer, Storm Lake, and Sioux Falls. RA Rentals, your regional equipment rental experts. Discover more than just inventory, service, and financing for Ford models. Mao Motor Company is committed to exceptional customer service. Mao Motor on Highway 75 North in Sioux Center. Online, maomotor.com. Today's broadcast brought to you by Hague Health Center, proudly serving your local community for nearly 60 years with a commitment to healing body, mind, and spirit. NewTek is your partner for success when purchasing equipment for construction, manufacturing, agriculture, and other industries. Don't miss the opportunity to transform your business and redefine your productivity standards with NewTek. Today's broadcast brought to you by Snyder Insurance and Financial Group of Sioux Center, offering life, health, Medicare supplements, annuities, and more. Trusted service and exceptional products with you in mind since 1973.
Welcome to Sioux Center, Iowa, life in the center of everything. Where we connect with friends, coworkers, family, and the great outdoors, knowing that in Sioux Center, you're never far from making the next great memory. And we grow great companies that make cutting-edge breakthroughs to make life better here and around the world. And when it's time to play, we keep friendship, family, and a bright future at the center of everything.
Today's broadcast is brought to you by RA Rentals. Looking for top-notch rental equipment for the next project? Look no further than RA Rentals, located in Sioux Center, Spencer, Storm Lake, and Sioux Falls. RA Rentals, your regional equipment rental experts.
Welcome back to the Defender Soccer Complex. Second half set to get underway here. Dordt enjoying a 1-0 lead over Briar in this men's conference matchup. Dordt got the goal during the 26th minute. Joseba Zabala on an assist from Trygve Elkins. We will clip the highlight and post it on social media so you get a good look at it, but you can always go back and watch it as well because these broadcasts are archived. It was a thing of beauty, and I would encourage you to go back and watch it because it was something. I think the Defenders have the same starters out there. We'll go from back to front just to organize our thoughts. Our goalkeeper, Shad Jagger. Back line of Anton Forst, Julian Jansen, Nolan Carroll, and Pedro Minaj. Enzo Lira de Paula, Levi Jagger, Pablo Martin Domingo, your midfield line. Joseba Zabala, Trygve Elkins, and Tyson Reitzma round out the scores. And a near through ball there by de Paula, nearly got through. And if it did, two defenders would be going to goal. This is Forsch on the left side. Touches it to Martin Domingo. Zabala plays it to Forsch. And it is off of Briar Cliff and a corner kick coming for the Defenders. So an early second half corner kick for Briar Cliff. They have the same goalkeeper, Xavier Illendane. Corner kick taken by Martin Domingo. Martin Domingo will take this for the Defenders. Elkins running towards, clears out a spot. Ooh, and that skipped right in front of the goal. And it was last touched by Briar Cliff, so Dordt will get another corner kick. And on that side of the field, Anton Forsch will take it. Back line of Briar Cliff. Jenkins, Burke, Skilling, and Marks. Alex Johnson is the defensive center mid. A shot by the Defenders goes over the goal by Forsch, and a goal kick coming. Leon Hesselbarth is the player up front for Briar Cliff. David Sauter gets the start in the second half. Aime Otler also out there for Briar Cliff. He's in the midfield. Overlapping run by Arapi, and it's run down by Shad Jagger. Dordt coming in, needing really 2 wins this week. If 2 wins, and you can really feel good about your spot. Can't quite say you solidify a spot in the postseason, but you're in a pretty good place right now, tied with Doane for 7th place. They have 5 points, and they have to play Doane on Saturday. Briar Cliff, a team that trails Dordt by just 1 point. So a win here, a head-to-head, would be huge. A big 3 points for the defenders. Martin Domingo at midfield, chips it up to Zabala. Zabala looking to settle, takes a touch. Zabala shot near post. Great save, and it's kicked out of bounds by Briar Cliff. Zabala, he didn't have much space there to get that shot off, but just enough, and he ripped a shot near post. A diving save and a beauty by Briar Cliff. Martin Domingo will take the free kick, or the corner kick, rather. Third corner kick of the half. Just 4 minutes gone by. Martin Domingo, this time he'll play it short to Elkins. Elkins turns, fires, far post. Briarcliff heads it out. Lero DePaula will try to settle. He'll chip it into the box. Dordt going to goal, punched out by the goalkeeper, and they'll call a foul on Dordt. Jagger with the foul. That is Levi Jagger. Challenging the goalkeeper and knocked him down. So Briarcliff will have it. Long ball. It's going to be played back to Dordt's goalkeeper, Shad Jagger. No save recorded, just played back. And Jagger now looking to get rid of it. Jagger in that first half with 4 saves. 6 saves for his counterpart for Briarcliff, Illendane. Stay tuned for the second half of our GPAC doubleheader. The Dordt University women's team playing Briarcliff today as well. Defenders. Force touches it back to Jagger, who plays it off the turf. Lyra DePaula with a good challenge. Briarcliff comes up with it. That's a Rappy. Taken away by Forsch. Forsch and Jansen, really such steady players in that back line of defense for Dordt. Anton Forsch, he's played a lot of soccer for Dordt. And Jansen in that center back spot, making the switch to that position maybe 3 weeks ago. Been very impressed with what he's done in the back as well. Foul against Dordt. Briarcliff will quick restart. They'll look to change fields. That's Paredes with it. He'll take a couple of touches past midfield. Paredes still with it. He'll chip it into the box. Briarcliff looking to settle. And Forsch will play it out of bounds. And a goal kick, a throw coming in for Briarcliff. They'll play it back to Skilling. Skilling will change. Go over to Paredes, takes a couple of touches, gets on Dordt's defensive side. Punched away by Jansen. 38 minutes left to go. Dordt enjoying a 1-0 lead. Ball played into the box, headed out by Carroll. Nolan Carroll with a nice play. Clearing it out is Manij. Manij clears it out for the defenders. Carroll now up the sideline. And a foul against Briarcliff from behind. Knocked Elkins down to the ground. And a free kick coming for Dordt. Just shy of midfield. That's where the free kick will come. I think before the night's over, it's going to get awfully foggy here. Has that makings for a foggy night. Could be interesting to see maybe on the far side of the field. Again, we've had a day and a half of rain. Green things up a little bit. We've been lacking in the rain department. Good to get some moisture. And then it's been dry all afternoon, so it's not going to be soupy or soggy. Good footing, I'm sure. Briarcliff sends it into the box, and it's over the goal, and a goal kick coming for the defenders. Couple of scores. Again, one women's final. College of St. Mary beat Hastings 1-0. All of the rest of the starts are all men's games. Scoreless in Orange City, Northwestern Morningside. Scoreless in Fremont, Concordia Midland. Dakota Wesleyan leading Waldorf 3-1. And no score, Doan and Mount Marty. This is the only, well, one of two of the 5 matches on the men's side that has a goal. The other ones are all 0-0 right now. Here's Forsch attacking up the left-hand side. Forsch with a head of steam and now stumbles a little bit. Briar Cliff will go the other way. Now Dordt looking to retreat. Briar Cliff looking to counterattack. Dordt gets back. Nice play. Jagger touches it wide, played off of Briar Cliff, and it's out of bounds on a throw coming up for Dordt. Nearly 10 minutes has gone by in this second half. Dordt still with a 1-0 lead. Forsch at midfield, looking to throw it in. Briar Cliff takes it away. Chargers looking to settle. Lyra DePaula steps in. That's Reitzma, plays it back to Carroll. To Jansen. Now to Carroll on the left-hand side. Carroll will take a touch or two. Try to get it to Elkins, checking back. Nothing there. Briarcliff takes it away. Now the Chargers will get to midfield. Overlapping run for Burke. They don't get it to him. Rather, they'll play it back to Paredes. Reitzma back for the defenders. Loses it. Briarcliff trying to turn. Good defense there. And ball played right in front of the keeper. Is going to go out of bounds on the opposite side of the field. And a throw coming up for Dordt. So Dordt will have a throw way back on their defensive third. Throwing it in will be the defenders. That's Forsch. Player shaken up was Zabala for the defenders. He's up, trying to walk it off. Play resumes on the far side of the field, away from Zabala. Briarcliff carries it to the corner, goes over the sideline, and a throw coming up for Dordt. Ten minutes have gone by in this second half. Dordt with a 1-0 lead. Dordt trying to get it out of their defensive third. Briarcliff there to head it off. Martin Domingo battling. Gets control. Nice run by Zabala. Zabala. Good pass ahead to Lyra DePaula. First touch towards goal. Lyra DePaula. Got to get a shot off and does. Point blank goes over the goal. Good series there by the defenders. Lyra DePaula. He cut it back. Puts it over the goal. That could have been huge. A 2-0 lead. Couple of subs here. Tate Hansen back in for Elkins. Lyra DePaula will check out as well.
17 and 14 went on. 8 and 9 came out.
And Crony back in as well. Hansen and Crony saw minutes in the first half. Normal rotations and subs here for Coach Eric Bordeaux's squad. Dordt still with a 1-0 lead. Briarcliff sends it long, played out by Shad Jagger. Briarcliff will let it ride and go out of bounds, and a throw coming up for the Chargers. Another game we're keeping a close eye on is Doan at Mount Marty. Doan and Dordt tied right now. And now we got a couple of players down. They're going to stop the clock. 32:48 left to go. I think that's Anton Forsch down. And I don't like what I see. They're going to stop the clock. 32:48 left to go. We're going to take a timeout right now during the injury timeout, and hopefully Forsch is okay. Nope. We'll just stay here. He's up. It looks like he's going to try to walk it off. Looked like we were going to have extended stoppage of play. Forsch will try to walk this off. Dordt's been banged up. They got a couple of players out with injuries. They don't need to add to the list of players in the infirmary. Briarcliff will cross it in. Reitzma is the first one to touch it. Reitzma gets a clear for now. Running it down is Marks. Sorry about that, Dordt Media Network, to bluff on the break. Thank you for keeping it there as play is resumed. Dordt will ultimately clear. Hansen trying to run it down for the defenders and does. And what's the call? Some sort of foul on Dordt. Was it a handball? Boy, he had the ball. I don't know if that could be offsides or not, but it's a foul nonetheless. Briarcliff will get a free kick here. Chargers now go to the goal. Dordt interrupts the progress, trying to settle. That's Reitzma. Reitzma with it at his feet. Good ball to Jagger. Jagger at midfield will take some touches. Plays it wide to Crony. Crony. You're at the edge of the 18, and one too many dribbles. Briarcliff is there. Now Briarcliff will counter. With it at his feet is Arapi. Arapi gets it to Ottler. Briarcliff will slow up the point of attack now. That allows Dordt to get some numbers back. Dordt has all 11 players on their defensive side. Here's Burke. Plays it into the box. Cleared out by Levi Jagger. Johnson settles. Briarcliff. Dangerous. Ooh. Shot goes over the goal and a goal kick coming. Pretty good look that time by Briarcliff. That was number 7, I believe, with the shot. Sauter. And Dordt will kick it away. Briarcliff has a couple of subs ready to come in when they are summoned. And a break in the action. Stay tuned. Post-game, we'll have the State Farm Player of the Game announcement. There's a long ball played out by freshman goalkeeper Shad Jagger. 1-0, Dordt with the lead, trying to hold on. Had another good scoring chance early in this half. You would really feel good with a 2-goal lead at this point. Here comes the subs for both teams, for sure for Briarcliff. Coming in for the defenders is Luke Cam once again, the junior from Eden Prairie, Minnesota.
20 went in for 7 for Dordt, 16 and 17 went in, and 8 and 13 came out for Briarcliff.
Alejandro Elon, the leading scorer for the Chargers, back in. And David Utsi Grindy also back in. Two guys that started the match. They did not start the second half, but now they are in for the Chargers. Under 30 minutes to go. Dordt trying to protect a 1-0 lead here. And we got a foul against Briarcliff. And the center referee coming over to have a short chat with Axel Burke, the junior from Sweden, but no card issued. So clock continues to run. Dordt with 12 total shots at this point, 5 for Briarcliff. Briarcliff with 4 of those 5 on net. Dordt has 6 shots on goal. Zabala with the long ball. Played back to the goalkeeper. Dordt with it. Martin Domingo with a through ball. Race to it in the box. Dordt, first one there. Zabala with a shot. Not enough on it. The goalkeeper's out. Good job by the goalkeeper again. He came out. Slowed the progress of Zabala just enough. Zabala couldn't get a lot on that shot. There's a shot by Briarcliff. Gabriel Hernandez, number 10, with the shot. Goes wide right. And a sub coming in for the defenders. Looks like Pablo Martin Domingo will take a break. His first rest.
8 going in for
And coming right back in for the defenders is Enzo Lira de Paula. He just came out, now will come back in, give Martin Domingo his first rest of the match. 27.5 minutes left to go. And a foul against Dordt on the goal kick. So Briarcliff will have possession. Nolan Carroll looking to clear it out. Carroll to Vincent Croney. That's Cam. Cam has it poked away. It's last touched by Briarcliff, and a throw for the defenders on the far side. About halfway through this second half, 1-0. Dordt with the lead. Dordt trying to pick up an important 3 points in the conference standings here. Heading into Saturday, showdown against Doane, a team that they are tied with in the current standings. Dordt and Doane tied for 7th right now. 8 teams made the postseason. JV volleyball is about 20 minutes. Trying to settle is Hansen. Briarcliff will kick it away. Cleared out by the Chargers. Finlay Skilling. Dordt will get a throw. Right at the edge of the 18. See what Dordt can do here. Lira de Paula will throw it in. Got a sub on the far side coming in for Dordt. And now they will let him come in. Coming out will be Zabala. Tyler Van Hofwagen, the senior from Linden, Washington, will come in. He'll play up front for the defenders. Van Hofwagen played in 5 matches, has an assist so far this season. Briarcliff player down right at the edge of the 18, and now they'll stop the clock. 25:06 left to go, and they'll check on the injured Briarcliff player. Didn't see what happened. I was down looking at something on our stat sheet here. And the Dordt Athletic Training Service is going to come out. And we will now take that break that we thought we were going to take earlier. The injury timeout. Injured Briarcliff player will come back after a short timeout watching Defender Soccer, Dordt Media Network.
Did you see who came on for the injured number 9?
Injury to Leon Hesselbarth, freshman from Germany. Walks off under his own power. Giuseppe Marks in for him. And we got a foul on Briarcliff on the far side of the field. Dordt with a 1-0 lead. Under 25 to go. Trying to hold on for the home win. It would be their second win in conference play. And our goalkeeper, Shad Jagger, will kick it away. Then Hofwagen battling for it up top. Croney has it. Croney for the defenders. Croney taken down, and the referee says play on, so we will. Briarcliff looking to counter. Hernandez with it at midfield. Takes a couple of touches. Briarcliff on the attack. Dordt's got to get back. They do have numbers now. Briarcliff looking to send it. Here's going to be a shot, and it goes over the goal. No touch, so a goal kick coming for the defenders. Down to 23 minutes left to go. Dordt trying to protect a 1-0 lead. Couple of teams battling for position, postseason position. And the kick towards midfield, battle for it between Briarcliff and Dordt. It'll be the defenders. High kick in the air. Van Hofwagen's going to look to see if he can run it down. Van Hofwagen and a Briarcliff player challenging for it. Chargers with it. That last shot was by Gabriel Hernandez, the sophomore from Spain. To the corner it goes. Utsi Grindy with it in the corner. There's a ball into the box, and that is going to go in. I don't even know if that was supposed to be a shot, but it goes in. 22:44 left to go. That is one that we are going to have to check on the video, because I don't think anybody here expected that to go in. Back in for the defenders will be Trygve Elkins. Comes in for Tate Hansen. But we are going to have to check on that. Here it comes. Can you tell who it is? There it is. Gabriel Hernandez, number 10. Not sure who had that assist. 17.
17's the one that passed it back to the guy. Oh. And then the guy puts it in.
And now a foul against Dordt. And this will be a yellow card to number 4 for the defenders. Levi Jagger will get the yellow card. We are tied 1-1, 22:08 left to go in regulation. So Dordt giving up a second half goal. And Berkey plays it back. Could always walkie-talkie Faith and ask.
I think it's that one running on the side at 15. Yeah, I think it was 15.
I don't know if they have a 15 though.
Is that guy not 15?
Subs coming in for the defenders. Back in is Pablo Domingo.
10-26 went in for Dordt. 14-20-31 came out.
Reitzma, Zabala, and Domingo back in.
7-10-26 came out. Oh, sorry, went in. 14-20-31 came out.
And
from Briarcliff.
a yellow card on number 7 for Briarcliff, David Soder. 21:20 left to go. 1-1 is our score right now. Other scores. Dakota Wesleyan now leads Waldorf 5-1. No score Concordia Midland. No score Morningside Northwestern. Both of those games about right where we are with 21 minutes left to go. So the defenders looking to rebound here. That's Lyra DePaula, and a foul against Briar Cliff. Made the statement late in the first half that the game was pretty tame, not very physical, not very chippy. That has changed all of a sudden. Here's Martin Domingo. Plays it back to Forsch. Anton Forsch, Jagger. He'll play it wide to Carroll. Carroll will take a couple of touches. Carroll loses possession, and that ball is played. Coming out to get it is Jagger. 20-minute mark. We're tied 1-1 in this conference matchup. Elkins with his back to the ball, checking two. And his first touch goes out of bounds. Elkins thought there was a little pushing from behind. And now a foul on Briar Cliff will lead to a card. So another yellow on Briar Cliff. That is Angelos Arapi with the yellow. 20 minutes left to go. We're tied 1-1. Each team with 2 yellows thus far. Panage with the long ball, settled by Martin Domingo. Martin Domingo takes a couple of touches, sends it over to the right-hand side. Dordt centers it back, and a little over the head of Zabala. Goes out of bounds. Briar Cliff will have a throw. Dordt going with their starters here. Long ball by Briar Cliff. Good play by Minaj. He'll run it down, plays it long, intended to get it to Elkins. Forsch settles to Martin Domingo. Martin Domingo takes a couple of touches at midfield, looking to get it to the far side. Over to Reitzma. Briar Cliff clears. And here comes a sub for the defenders. Agaleu will come in, be part of the back four. Forsch will play in the middle now with Jansen. Agaleu will play on the outside left. 18:43 left to go. We're tied 1-1 in this GPAC men's matchup. Chargers trying to control it at midfield. Briar Cliff now turns it over. Here's Zabala. Zabala, first touch towards goal. Zabala at the 18, tries to thread the needle on a pass. Zabala now with it, being held by Briar Cliff. Here's Reitzma, and Reitzma lost his footing. And now Briar Cliff will go the other way. This is Hernandez. Hernandez with the goal for the Chargers, a long one. If you look at the intent, looking to be just a centering pass or a cross, if you will, but kind of skipped on the turf and over the head of the goalkeeper. Kind of a strange play, but a goal nonetheless. Corner kick coming for the Chargers. 17:41 left to go. A near goal there on a header by Briar Cliff. Great play by Dordt to keep it out of the goal on the corner kick. Here's Pablo Domingo with it for the defenders. Gets it to Jagger. Jagger takes a couple of touches, sends it wide. Reitzma to Elkins now. Elkins lost the handle. Elkins unable to control it, and Briar Cliff will come away with it. There's a long ball by Alex Johnson. Carroll giving chase along with a Briar Cliff player. Carroll's the one that controls it. Carroll. Dordt will take it out of the back four. Reitzma with some touches. Plays a through ball. And Dordt not there. It'll be kicked away by Briarcliff's goalkeeper. Trying to settle is Lyra DePaula. And Briarcliff kicks it out of bounds. It'll be a throw, and we got a sub coming in for the defenders. This will be Crony coming back in for Lyra DePaula. 1-1 is our score, down to our final 16 minutes here. Dordt had a 1-0 lead at half. Goal by Joseba Zabala, assisted by Elkins. Stayed that way until the 67th minute when Gabriel Hernandez, off an assist from Alejandro Elan, scored the equalizer. And that is where we stand right now, tied 1-1. Arapi sends it to the corner. This is Burke. Burke crosses it, cleared out by Dordt. And Burke gets it back in the corner. Briarcliff with it at the edge of the 18, tries to bend one around, a shot by Arapi. And it's wide left, and a goal kick coming for the defenders. Dordt's got to regroup a little bit, tidy some things up. Got plenty of time to get one here. Midland has now taken a 1-0 lead over Concordia. 17 minutes left to go. Scoreless in Orange City, 18 minutes left to go. Scoreless in Yankton, Doan, and Mount Marty. Zabala going to goal. Zabala. Overlapping run by Pablo Domingo. Shot with the left foot right in front of the goal. No one is there. Beautiful ball by Pablo Domingo. No one came on the far post. So Briarcliff looking to counter again. And that is offsides. Offsides against Briarcliff. Offsides, the call against the Chargers. Even the amateur eyes of myself saw that one. 14 minutes left to go. Defenders will have a free kick just shy of midfield. Coming up to take it is Jagger, the freshman goalkeeper. So Jagger will kick it away. Lost one to the edge of the 18. Briarcliff heads it out. Forsch high into the air. 50-50 ball. And Briarcliff will get control, at least for the time being. Pablo Domingo looking to settle. And it's going to be off of the defenders. It'll be Briarcliff with the throw. And now a foul called against the defenders. That'll be on Pablo Domingo as well. Clock runs, 13-14 left to go. We're tied 1-1 here in this GPAC men's contest. Stay tuned for the women's match coming up about 20 minutes after this one. Both women's teams warming up on the far field, the practice field. Also stay tuned for the State Farm Player of the Game announcement. Ball high into the air. Coming out to get it is Jagger. Referee's going to stop the clock just to check on a couple of defender players. It was a friendly collision as the Jagger brothers collide, and both seem to be okay. Levi and Shad. 12:42 left to go in regulation. No overtime during the regular season. If we're tied at the end of regulation, that will be it. Each team will get 1 point in terms of the standings. Battle for it at midfield. Dordt, nice touch by Elkins. Dordt going to goal, overlapping run by Zabala. Zabala is first one there. No, nice play by Briarcliff. Running it down was number 3, Burke. Dordt trying to settle. That's Martin Domingo. Takes a couple of touches. And he will drop it off to Jagger. Jagger now to Crony. Changing the fields up the far side. There's a ball at the edge of the 18. Good settle by Martin Domingo. Has a shot, and it's deflected by Briar Cliff. Forsh up high in the air. First one to it, but Briar Cliff's going to win the rebound. Approaching the 10-minute mark, tied 1-1. This is Reitzma carrying it up the far side. He'll play it off of Briar Cliff and a corner kick. Coming up for the defenders. It'll be Forsh, number 19, taking it. And players shaken up. Looks to be like it's the goalkeeper, and they're going to stop the clock here. Briar Cliff's goalkeeper, Xavier Illendane, on the turf, and the Dordt athletic training staff being summoned on the field with 11:07 left to go. We're tied 1-1. Latter stages of this one. Stay tuned for the women's contest. Also, Dordt volleyball at home. JV going on right now. That was a 6 o'clock start time, followed by the varsity taking on Briar Cliff at 7:30. We'll take another break. We'll come back with more Defender Soccer, Dordt Media Network, coming up. All right, we're ready. All right, we will have a corner kick coming. Anton Forsch gets the return pass, puts it in the box, headed out by Briar Cliff. Dordt will run it down on the far side of the field. And a foul against Briar Cliff. Is that the same goalkeeper, or did they swap them out? Can you tell? I think so too. Illendane, number 1. He was the goalkeeper. Illendane was the one shaken up on the play. I don't think I saw.
Did you see what number that foul was on?
No, someone going in. No, I didn't. So Dordt's going to get a free kick about 30 yards out. Ball right at the goalkeeper, who makes the play. Illendane will wait for his teammates. Sets it down. He'll play it with his feet. Here we go. 10 minutes left to go. We're tied 1-1 in this GPAC men's matchup. Dordt with a goal in the first half. Briar Cliff the equalizer, and a foul against the Chargers, and we're going to stop the clock, which usually means a card is going to be issued, and it is. Number 2, I think, Alex Johnson. Card issued. And Dordt will have a free kick here. Things a little more chippy, more physical in the second half. Referees have had to get a little more involved. A few more cards issued. There's a chip shot. Dordt has it at the edge of the 18. Reitzma settles, shot in, and goes over the goal. Tyson Reitzma had it with his left foot, sends it over the goal, and a goal kick coming for Briar Cliff. Briarcliff with a quick restart on the far side of the field. Jagger coming out to play it and does successfully. Martin Domingo tried to settle. Coming up to get it is Levi Jagger. He'll play it to the corner. Elkins is on sides. Elkins trying to run it down. Cleared out by Briarcliff, and a throw coming up for the defenders. At the edge of the 18. Before that, we do have a sub coming in. Looks like Tyson Reitzman, number 7, is off.
12 for 21 for Briarcliff, 17 for 7 for Dordt.
Tate Hansen will come in for Tyson Reitzma. Dordt with a throw on the far side. They'll touch it to the corner. And it'll be kicked out of bounds by Briar. No, up the field by Briarcliff. Good play by that guy in the back. Chargers looking to counter. Briarcliff, number 12, Gazika Hashimoto comes in for the first time for the Chargers. 8.5 minutes left to go. We're tied 1-1. This is Jagger with it. Jagger looking to chip it in the edge of the 18. Goes over the end line, and a goal kick coming for Briarcliff. 8 minutes left to go. 1-1 is our score in this matchup of a couple of teams wanting to solidify their spot in the 8-team postseason bracket. There's a shot and a save made. Martin Domingo, I think, with the shot. Nice low shot. Played and stopped by the goalkeeper. Briarcliff now looking to counter. Dordt's got to get back. And that one is touched by Briarcliff. That was a break for the defenders. That could have been trouble, but it wasn't. It goes over the goal. Briarcliff, do they want to send in that sub? They do. They're going to send in a sub here.
11-17.
Pablo Gonzalez comes in for Utsi Grindy. Corner kick coming for the Chargers. Corner kick being batted around. That's a save made by the defenders. That was not the goalkeeper. That was Levi Jagger, the center back, with the save for Dordt. Number 4, Levi Jagger had the save. Comes another corner kick, though. Dordt's got to get sure in the back. That one's headed up over the goal, and a goal kick coming. So a couple of close calls there. Briarcliff, a couple of great scoring opportunities. Midland now leading Concordia 3-0. All 3 of those goals in the last 10 minutes. And a foul against the defenders. Tate Hansen will be getting a card here. Tate Hansen, number 17, with the card. Clock stops, 6:21 left to go in this contest. And it'll be a free kick coming up right at midfield for Briarcliff. That's going to head into the penalty area. No one's going to touch it. Going to go over the end line, and a goal kick coming with 6:14 and counting left to go in this one. Plenty of time for either one of these teams to score the game winner. Pass up the left sideline. Headed out by Briar Cliff. Good step by Jagger. Levi Jagger takes a couple of touches. Sends it wide. Elkins, he'll take us some touches. And passes into the box. Nothing doing. And the goalkeeper, Illendane, will play it out wide. Here comes Briar Cliff on the counter. Lots of space. Alex Johnson sends it to the corner. Briar Cliff trying to run it down. I think it's going to be offsides. That's what it had to be. Unless if it's a throw, then it's just over the sideline. Yeah, it must have been just out of bounds. Because if it was offsides, they would start it with a free kick. Hard to tell. We're a long ways away. A little bit foggy, so it's even harder to see. Briarcliff trying to settle. Kicked away by the defenders with 4:46 left to go in this one. There's Hansen. Hansen settles. Hansen. Overlapping run. Elkins will run it down. Elkins taken down, and that's got to be a foul, and is. They're going to stop play. And a card. So a card issued to Briar Cliff. Hashimoto with the card. This is kind of like a corner kick. With 4:30, clock is stopped. Dordt with a scoring chance here. Dordt building up numbers in the 18. Nolan Carroll is back. So is Vincent Croney. Everybody else is up. They'll chip it into the goal. Into the penalty box, and it's cleared out by Briar Cliff. Nolan Carroll. Good decision. Just plays it wide. He was being challenged by Sauter for Briar Cliff. So Chargers will have a throw. Taken away. And a foul against Briar Cliff. Foul on Briar Cliff. Dordt will leave it for their goalkeeper as Dordt's going to build up numbers up. This will be Shad Jagger, who will retreat back to protect his goal. Plays it into the box. Dordt trying to build up numbers. Nothing doing. And now a foul against the defenders, and they're going to stop play and issue a card here. Levi Jagger, that's his second yellows, so that's a red. That is a red. Clock stopped, 3:32 left to go. Oh, and now it's raining. So that's going to add to things here, make it even more interesting down the stretch for both of these teams, as we got a pretty steady drizzle coming down right now. Earlier the sun was shining. Of course, we're dark now, but it's, yeah, a lot of moisture. Briarcliff plays a long ball. And Dordt's just going to kick it out of bounds. Briarcliff wants to get a quick restart. They'll throw it in. Ball goes into the box, headed out by Dordt. Briarcliff trying to settle and get it back into the box. Chargers run it down. Making the turn is Burke. Burke takes a couple of touches. Chargers. This is Johnson. Johnson plays it wide to a Rappy. Sends it in the edge of the 18. Dordt looking to clear it out. 2:40 left to go in this one. Boy, Briarcliff all of a sudden has a little bit of momentum And Dordt. That's Elkins who takes it away. And that is a hold. Cooler heads are going to prevail. They're going to stop play. Who's this card going to go on? Briar Cliff. So they got the first foul and not the retaliatory foul. A lot of cards, most of them in this second half. We were playing pretty peaceful soccer after one half. 2:21 left to go. Shad Jagger, and now the referee's going to go talk to players from each side. Shad Jagger will take this for the defenders. It's right at midfield. Dordt building up numbers high into the air. It's going to come down at the edge of the 18. Can Dordt get a good foot on it? Briar Cliff will clear. Dordt giving chase. And Nolan Carroll will run it down for the defenders. Plays it wide to Forsch. Forsch takes a touch. Touch from behind, and a foul called against Briar Cliff. Under 2 minutes to go. The number of chances, the number of runs is going to be limited. You probably got one, maybe two. Good scoring chances left. Martin Domingo will take it. Down to our final 90 seconds. Good ball by Martin Domingo. And it's headed right at the keeper. Illendane with the save. Kicks it to midfield. Now we got a foot race there to kick it out of bounds is Carroll. One is our score. Dordt with a goal in the first half. Briar Cliff the equalizer in the second half. Edge of the 18, dangerous. Dort's got to be careful here, and they do. They kick it away. No foul issued. Under a minute to go. Forsch. First touch towards goal. Forsch tried to get to the penalty area, see if he can get a foul. Forsch has it, crosses it in, sends it over the goal. Yeah. And Briar Cliff now looking to counter. Still got to finish this out. 30 seconds left. Oh, no. Good ball. Offsides is going to be the call. That was scary. Offsides, the call on Briar Cliff. That is going to save the day for Dordt. That was a great scoring chance or an opportunity for the Chargers, but it's negated by the offside call, and this one is going to end in a 1-1 tie. 1-1 is our score. Let's go over the scoring summary. Dordt took a 1-0 lead, a first-half goal during the 26th minute by Josaba Zabala, assisted by Elkins, and Dordt took that 1-0 lead into halftime. Briar Cliff scored the equalizer during the 67th minute. Gabriel Hernandez, assisted by Alejandro Ian. And that is how we end up. 1-1 is our score. Taking a look at the numbers, Dordt, 19 total shots, 10 on frame. Briar Cliff, 12 total shots, 8 on net. Leading the way in terms of shots, Anton Forsch had 3, Zabala had 5, Martin Domingo with 5. Briar Cliff led in shots by Hernandez with 3. 7 saves for Illendane, the Briar Cliff goalkeeper, and 6 saves for Jagger, the defender goalkeeper. Ends up in a 1-1 tie. And it is time to select our player of the game. Today's player of the game is brought to you by Ross Hoekstra with State Farm serving Sioux County and the tri-state area. Call Ross at 712-722-0806 for all your insurance needs, or stop by the Sioux Center office next to Dairy Queen. Our State Farm player of the game will be the Joseba Zabala, who scored the Defenders' goal in the first half. It was his first goal of the season. Scored during the 26th minute. Congratulations to Zabala, our State Farm player of the game. Next men's soccer broadcast will be Saturday against Doane, right back here at the Defender Soccer Complex. That is a noon start time in another pivotal GPAC matchup for this Defender soccer team and Coach Eric Bordeaux. Dordt and Briar Cliff, it ends in a 1-1 tie. We'll take a break, and we'll set the stage for the upcoming women's match. You're watching Defender Soccer, Dordt Media Network.